Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So yep, as you can see today we are installing my new to me, AMS front mount intercooler, getting rid of the OEM one, which has been doing a pretty good job, but coming into summer in Australia, running a bit extra power these days, I figured it's probably time to upgrade the intercooler. Only thing I'll have left, sort of factory, when you're saying full bolt-on sort of thing, will be the lower intercooler piping. Everything else has been changed, including the turbo now. So yeah, it's definitely time for this new intercooler. I picked this up used, as you can see. It's definitely not brand new, and unfortunately had really well packaged by the guy I bought it off. And unfortunately, the couriers seemed like they wanted to just throw the box around. So yeah, it got a bit banged up in transit, just at the top where the couplers go on. So I've actually had to sort of hammer that as round as I can get it again. It should be fine, being it's a quality intercooler. Yeah, there's no other damage to it, but just where it's like they stood the box up on its side there, and then I've just dropped it onto that coupler, or that, yeah, where the coupler goes on. So yeah, unfortunately, that's something I have to deal with. After talking to a few people, it should be fine. And yeah, I banged it nice and straight again. Coupler's still going to it, so yeah, thought I would add that at the start and show you exactly how that looks. So yeah, this was kind of a bit bent here, so I hammered it as straight as I could, just gently sort of massage it into place, and I tried to give it a bit of a clean up, but unfortunately it didn't really want to get polished nice and shiny or anything. But that's fine, because I'll be keeping the air guides in front of the intercooler anyway, so you're not really going to see it. And the logo is a bit crusty looking. The seller did give me a file that I can print out and a stencil so I can repaint it. What I'll probably do is next time I might just paint the whole thing silver, get rid of the black. But I'm just going to put it on as is and see how I like it. So yeah, that'll be today's job. First step is to get this front bumper off. So yep, I'll quickly do that. Won't run through that again, so I've been over it in a few videos now. But we'll get that off, and it's going to be my first time changing a front end intercooler on this car. So yeah, I'm going to work out as I go. Obviously looked it up. There's a couple of 12mm bolts at the bottom, and just the couplers and the hangers. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the front bumper taken off. Now what we want to do is loosen these two clamps that are going into the intercooler at the top, and these two at the side. Going to replace that after watching some installs on these just before I started. I was watching one from YouTube channel that has really great tutorials. It's extra slow, so shout out to him. But yeah, seems like the best bet is this doesn't want to come off very easy, is just to cut it off. So yeah, I'll be doing that and replacing it. And then down the bottom, we'll have two 12mm bolts down there. And then just we have these two rubber hangers that are actually holding up. So I'll get everything loosened, and I'll do these two hangers, and hopefully it should slot straight off, and we can compare it up against this one. Okay, so I managed to get that off. So disconnected there. The two 12mm bolts. Cut this one. Really hard to get to the back, so ended up being a bit of a mission. Now, as you can see, our intercooler is out. And yeah, look at the difference. The thing is tiny. So yeah, should be quite a bit of a difference. Now I just need to get the rest of this that I've cut off and replace it with, there we go. Going to replace that with a silicone one. It's a little off-cut piece. It's probably not big enough. but I do have more, so I can cut another larger piece off if I need to. But I'm hoping I can get away with this one. Sit it past this bead. I'll see how I go. And here is one for the top. So that's going to go on there. Like that. So now same process. Basically I'm going to get it, feed it up from underneath, and I might just put these two rubber hangers on, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I actually thought I was ready to install from the last clip, but realised I had missed a step. As this intercooler is different to some other ones that I was looking up, which I'll show you. See this bracket here? It's got these two, obviously are very different to the two little brackets on the back of the OEM intercooler. So obviously with that, that's not going to slide up in there. So after doing a bit of searching, actually downloading the AMS install PDF document, found that you are meant to remove this. Now, sort of point out for any of you guys who are into your sort of weight reduction mods, this thing here, which is bolted to this bracket, this is like got to be 6 or 7 kilos, at least 5 kilos. This is really heavy. That is solid. And this one's probably about 3 or so kilos as well. So just those two are actually bolted up down here. Not sure what they're doing other than, I guess, weight distribution, but it is the way that the intercooler was mounted. So now, hopefully you can see, have these 4 bolts here. So that's what I've just taken out to get those brackets out, and that is now where the intercooler is going to bolt into. So yeah, it's a bit of a trickier install compared to the other ones, which would just mount into the factory bracket here, but I can see why they've decided to get rid of it, as there's a lot of extra weight that is just not needed. So yeah, I will now finally try and slide the intercooler up. Should be able to pop these rubber hangers down and just get that to hold it up while I work out which bolts I actually want to put in, and then I'll put the other ones back in either side, I guess. But yeah, here we go. I'll actually try and install it now. Alright guys, finally got it on. Had to actually take it back off, as these are the brackets I was talking about that you have to mount it into. In transit these obviously got bent, so I got everything on. Got one in, and then the other one wouldn't line up, so I had to pull it back out, sort of bend it into place. So that's all in now. Hopefully it's worth the weight savings of taking that big heavy bracket out, because yeah, that thing did weigh a lot. But yeah, it's a bit more fiddly to get in compared to one which just uses the factory mounts. But anyway, that's in now. Ended up cutting a larger piece of silicon coupler up. So just going to slide that on, get these two on, and same for the top. Everything else is done, it's on there securely. So yeah, I'm going to get that done. But for now, we can just have a look at it. Should work really well, especially having the intercooler water sprayer kit. So yeah, I'll be able to wet this if it does still get a bit hot and get a bit of heat soak, but shouldn't be as much of an issue. Definitely a lot thicker than the factory one. There's not a whole lot of room left now. But yeah, I'm going to just get these 2 clamps onto that coupler and same for the top, and then we'll throw the front bumper back on and see how it looks. Alright guys, bumper's back on, intercooler's on. You can actually see the logo pretty well. Kind of in person looks blurry, but on the camera it actually looks pretty clear. And I did actually forget that I said the next time I take the front bumper off I'd fix that headlight bracket so the bumper sits better, but oh well, it's always another day. Sort of ran out of time tonight. But yeah, happy with that. Let's close this up. There we go. Looks looks a lot better. I'll actually take it for a drive in a sec and see if I can notice any difference. I don't think I will, but yeah, getting it retuned to suit soon, as I have a DW fuel pump hardwire kit that also has to go on the car. So yeah, I'll get the pump fuel tune touched up for these two pieces, this and obviously the hardwire kit, and I think that's going to be it. Then I'll be done completely with 98 or pump fuel, and I'll yeah, be ready to do the E85 tune again. So we'll now have this one up for sale. Post this up in a local group, and yeah, see if someone wants this that has a rally out or something, because they're definitely a good upgrade for those guys. But I think that's going to be it for today's video. So if you enjoyed, make sure you give it a like, put any comment shout down below, and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more Evo 10 and rally out content in the future. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby, who we running with, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again, yeah. State your name, big dope on flame. I just switched the lanes, damn he did it again. I just flipped the pain.